Good day to our instructor, Mr. Melvin Minyego. We are the Group 1, New Generation. I am Willie Nado with my group mates, Miss Jalani May Kalua, Miss Maria Nina Kabuat, Mr. Ramil Cortez, Mr. Elmer Acedon, Mr. Eric Castro, and also me. And we are here to present about the global economy.
First, let us start with economic globalization. Economic globalization involves a wide variety of processes, opportunities, and problems related to the spread of economic activities among countries around the world. Also, it primarily comprises the globalization of production, finance, markets, technology, organization regimes, institutions, corporation, and labor, wherein it aims to benefit individual economies around the world by making markets more efficient, increasing competition, limiting military conflicts, and spreading wealth more equally. When talking about economic globalization, there are two different types of economies. Here is Mr. Willie Arnado and Eric Castro to discuss about different types of economies.
Two different types of economy. Number one is protectionism. Protectionism is protect one's economy from foreign competition, is creating barriers. The policy of protecting domestic industries against foreign competition by means of tariffs, subsidies, import quotas, or other restriction on handicap placed on the import of foreign competition. And this protectionism is pinapakita dito na kailangan protektahan ang ekonomiya mula sa foreign na lumilikha ng mga hadlang sa economy.
Trade liberalization. Act of reducing trade barriers to make international trade easier between countries and encouraging free trade. Trade liberalization is the removal or reduction of restriction or barriers on the free exchange of goods between nations. These barriers include tariffs, such as duties and surcharges, and non-tariff barriers, such as licensing, rules, and quotas.
Tariff. A tariff is a type of tax levied by a country on an imported good at the border. Tariffs have historically been a tool for government to collect revenues, but they are also a way for government to try to protect domestic products. Tariff. What is tariff? Tariff is an imposed by the government of a country or by a supranational union on import or export of goods. Besides being a source of revenue for the government, import duties can also be a form of regular foreign trade and policy that taxes foreign product to encourage or safeguard domestic industry. What is safeguard means? Safeguard is if you pay tariff to the government, the product that you import or export will be safe because the government make it priority just because they benefiting from the tariff you paid. A free trade agreement is a pact between two or more nations to reduce barriers to import and export among them. Under a free trade policy, goods and services can be bought and sold across national borders with little or no government tariffs, quotas, subsidies, or prohibition to inhibit their exchange. Free trade. When we talk about free trade, it is a free flow of goods and services between the two nations with no barriers. What is the barriers? It is the tariff that we pay.
Trading blocks is another potential barrier to international trade. A trading bloc is a group of countries that work together to provide special deals for trading. These promote trade between specific countries within the bloc. Trading blocs have become increasingly influential for world trade. They have advantages in enabling free trade between geographically close countries. This can lead to lower prices, increased export potential, higher growth, economies of scale, and greater competition. Outsourcing. Outsourcing describes the process wherein organizations contract their internal operation to other external organizations. In outsourcing, the organization buys or pays for the goods and services from the entity to which they have been contracted, according to Schulte. The basis of outsourcing is the removal and reduction of trade and tariff barriers. Therefore, outsourcing, by helping eradicate international trade and tariff barriers, has enhanced globalization.
Sustainability. Sustainability focuses on equal economic growth that generates wealth for all without harming the environment. Investment and equal distribution of economic resources will strengthen the other pillars of sustainability for complete development. What is sustainability? Well, sustainability means meeting our own needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In addition to natural resources, we also need social and economic resources. Sustainability is not just environmentalism, embedded in most definition of sustainability. We also find concern for social equity and economic development.
Ecological footprint estimates the biologically productive land and sea area needed to provide the renewable resources that a population consumes and to absorb the waste it generates. Stewardship ensures that people harvesting resources from the natural world, both for themselves and to feed into international markets, are equitably rewarded for managing their production processes in an environmental safe way. Stewardship is the most important concept for the development of healthy relationships, which are critical to the overall success of a non-profit. Trust in and commitment to the organizational are natural outcomes of properly stewarded relationships and gifts. As a result, understanding effective stewardship in the context of fundraising can help your organization get the most out of its key relationships and resources.
And that's all of our presentation. Thank you for listening.